Hey, Elliot. I'm just going to wait. I'm warming up my hands before a couple people come in. How are you? Hey, ma'am. Hey, Chaos. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Jerry. How are you doing? Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to warm my hands up because my hands are freezing right now. And it's hard to crochet when your hands are cold. Hi, Robin. How are you doing? Oh, man. We made it to Wednesday, you guys. Thank goodness. Like, we're almost there. Hey, Crashly. 6 colors. So Beautiful Chaos has ordered a Hyed. I don't know how you say it. Haed, Heaven, and it's got 86 colors in it. Hi, Connie. How are you doing? Yeah, that's kind of insane, but I'm doing the Letters to Hogwarts stitch along. And I don't know how many I ordered or how many I got. I think it was like 30 something just for the top of it. And I'm going to end up going back for like each chapter. I'll end up having to go back and do it. So on 25 count Ada, it's 450 by 640. That is insane. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I'm not prepared for that at all. Okay, so we've got some news this week. Nothing to be upset about. We're all doing good. So basically, Brian has just put it in the chat. So basically, a location for our retreat that's going to be in Texas in October. So if you're in that group, the Facebook group, it is in the link below, or it should be. I'm now taking deposits so that we can get that space secured and going on from there. It's only just a little bit of ways down in the center of Texas. So we do have good news there. I finally found a place that was available. We do need to jump on it as soon as possible. Elliot will be able to come because there were some places I was really surprised that were women only. So I thought that was very interesting that they wouldn't let the men folk come. But we found a place that they will let everybody come that wants to come. Hey, Rebecca, welcome, welcome. So I'm taking deposits now for the retreat. If you are in the retreat Facebook group, which is also linked down below, you can go in, ask to join, and all of the updates and things like that will go through there. We are taking a little tutorial break this week from our cow, and because we have so many people in different places in the cow, so we've got some that are just starting, we've got some that are finishing their first row, some that are that are doing like the second row. I figured that it would be good to just have a week where everybody can just work and get caught up, and then we're all relatively back in the same place. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. So we're just going to chit chat and we're going to crochet. You guys can ask me any of your questions. I know several people have reached out this week to me with specific questions that they were having some issues with. And so, hi, Dixie. Did I say hi? I can't remember. I'm sorry. But several people had reached out this week about issues that they were having, and I was able to kind of help them through that. So I think my hands are kind of warmer. They're warmer. They're not warm, but they are warmer now. So we are going to get our project here. I have actually I haven't crocheted at all since last Wednesday. Last week we had DP-a-thon, and I think I saw pretty much all of you in there at some point or another. I went just over 24 hours before I slept, which never again. Like, I love y'all a whole lot, but that was rough. That was real rough, and I am still not quite rested. So just so you know, next time around, I'm going to have to take more breaks. But I would say it was a very successful DP-a-thon. Sorry about bumping the camera. We did get introduced to quite a few. Wendy, you might need to refresh. We did get introduced to quite a few new creators. We had a lot of people join. This was like our most, the most people we've ever done in one DP-a-thon. So I thought it was a successful event. We had great audience for the entire thing. You know, I went on Friday night, I went at 3 a.m. and I had like 25 people in there. I was shocked by how many people were in there in the middle of the night. And I know for some of you, that's the middle of the day. So let's see. Hey, Therese, how are you? How's Teddy? Hi, Nicole. Welcome. Oh, y'all are so welcome. I know that it is a lot of work. I'm not going to, you know, be modest about it. It is a ton of work. You know, I'm working for about a month along with the other creators to get that ready for you before the event happens. And then the weekend that it happens, we always have some tech issues. We always have something happens. You know, it's just kind of when you're doing things like that, it's just kind of inevitable that something's going to happen. We did have some glitches this weekend. I know I was like obsessive about checking the playlist this weekend. I checked it every single day last week. Everybody's was set. It was perfect. And then all of a sudden, we're in the middle of the DP-a-thon and the playlist, people's times have started changing. People's dates have started changing. It was the craziest thing. When I know more than once I checked it and they were correct. So thank you all for bearing with us while we, you know, worked out some issues and some things like that. It could be correct. I did correct it as I went. And then it was pointed out on Sunday that it was still not correct. And so I went back and changed it again. So hopefully it is now completely correct. What did I just do? 3, 4. Huh. Okay. So just ignore me while I frog all of this because it is not right. Absolutely, Brian. You can absolutely email me later. Send me a message on Facebook. Okay. So one thing that I want to do, we've got a good number of people in here. So I've talked about it a little bit on my channel and some of the other lives that I've done. I want to start 2020 with a better attitude towards things. So I'm one of those people that I get discouraged, I get down, and then it's really hard to see the positives. And I know in my head that I'm blessed, but sometimes feeling that and, you know, getting it through your daily lives is a lot of hard work sometimes. So what I would like to do is I would like to, during our Wednesday chats, I want to talk about and do a segment called Weekly Wins. And basically what I would like to do with this segment is I would like for all of us to go through and mention one thing this week, or maybe 2 or 3 things this week that were an achievement of yours. And that can be anything from you finished a project that you've been working on for forever, or maybe, you know, you got a promotion or whatever. But I want to focus this for a segment at least on the positive stuff. So I'm going to start, and then I'm going to let you guys go through and share what your weekly win was. So this week, my weekly win, the first one was DP-a-thon. We got it. We got through it. Woohoo! It was a success. So this one was probably the most stressful one. I was pretty anxious about it. We had a lot of hiccups along the way, but we got it all worked out. So I'm very happy about that. I'm so proud of the new creators that took that leap. And, you know, most of them knocked it out of the ballpark. Everybody did really well. We are doing attitude adjustments. Yes. We're counting our blessings. So that was my first win this week. And then my second win this week is this morning. We had our initial walkthrough for the 2020 St. Jude Walk Run. So I went down to our event space and I met with our ALSAC person, which is the person that works for St. Jude. We met with our new logistics company who is already hitting it out of the ballpark. So they take care of a lot of the things that I had to deal with last year. So, permitting and that we have to notify like all the businesses along our route. That route is 3 miles, guys. We have to notify every single business along that route of road closures and things like that, when we're going to have the race, all of that kind of stuff. So it was just kind of a nightmare a little bit last year with all those little behind the scenes things that nobody ever knows about. And so this year they're taking care of all of that. They're going to get the porta potties. They're going to get the company for the photos, all of that kind of stuff. I don't have to deal with any of it. I cannot tell you how freaking ecstatic I am. So we presented a new layout for the event and it was accepted. It was happily accepted, I should say. Everybody loved it. We made a few little changes, but overall we are on the road to success. So super excited. It was a very encouraging meeting. We talked about a few of the issues that we had last year, some things that we would like to change to make the experience better for our participants. And so we are on track. This year we are trying to raise $600,000. Last year we raised $450,000. So we're upping our limit this year. So fingers crossed, you guys are a huge part of that number. And so we're going to keep going. So I would like to hear what you guys did this week. What were your successes? What were your wins? What encouraged you this week? Sorry, and I missed a few people coming in. Therese liked the playlist. Yeah, it was really cool because we didn't realize that the playlist would take you to the next one until it happened. I looked up and I was already in the next one. I was like, hey, this is fantastic. Oh, awesome, Chaos. I will, after the live, I will go ahead and approve you. So Therese is making decisions on repairs and updates around the house. We have decisions made for Teddy's room. So now we have to empty it this weekend. Yay! The decision making is the hardest part, right? Like just deciding for sure what you're going to do and not second guessing yourself. That is definitely a win. So good job, Therese and Teddy. Hi, Drea. How are you doing? Does anybody else have a win from this week? Everybody's got to have some kind of win. Did you get like a free Frosty at Wendy's or anything? It is very overwhelming. Absolutely. Dang it. I did it again. Okay. Can y'all? Oh. It helps if I actually crochet where you guys can see it, right? You guys will have to yell at me if I get back over there again. Let's see. So, yes, Mayhem was not feeling well last week. So the fact that she is back on her feet, she's back in fighting form, that is a win. Definitely. Drea got to go out for her birthday this last weekend. Happy belated birthday. Did you do something fun? Do you want to share with us what you did, or was it just going out? Okay, I'm going to change the camera. Hold on, guys. There we go. So Rebecca's win will be tomorrow. Fair enough. Sometimes you don't win yet. The week's not over, right? Elliot's weekly win is working on his custom and diamond painting from Sister Sherry, and it's coming in 2 days. Awesome. That is awesome. Hey, Dawn Marie, welcome. So Drea went to her hometown and saw some old friends at the bars. That's awesome. You know, sometimes going home, checking in with people that you haven't seen in a while and just hanging out and having fun. That is a great birthday in my book. So yeah, so Dawn Marie, we're just talking about our wins this week. What did you have? What were you successful at? All of that kind of stuff. And this is going to be a regular segment, you guys. I feel like everybody needs to be encouraged. I know that I always cheer for people when they start something, when they have a project, anything like that. I want all of you to be successful, just like I hope that all of you want me to be successful, and I think that you do. So I feel like if we can encourage each other and we can share those wins with each other, that we're going to be doing better in the long run. So yeah, so we had that, and then I'm trying to think. We finally got all of the travel arrangements worked out for the St. Jude. It's called VLC, or the Volunteer Leadership Conference, where we go to Memphis. We join with all the other walk runs in the nation. The heroes, which are the people that actually run the races or bike the races and things, are there. So we get to meet with them a little bit and just kind of network within the St. Jude Walk Run organization. And so we've got all of our travel plans set up for that. And we are ready to go this year. I'm super excited because last year, with St. Jude, you can't launch your website until you have a place secured to have your walk run. And our normal place that we've had it for the past several years actually booked an event, even though they had us on their calendar. And so we were scrambling to find a place this time last year. So I feel like we're already starting in a much better position than what we had last year. Okay, let me go back. So Mayhem finished the second row of her blanket. Yeah, she's our Speedy Gonzalez. She can get it. Basically, I give her the instructions. She tests the pattern for me to make sure it's going to work, and we talk through it, and then she just goes ahead. Brian is going to get to come to the retreat this October. That's another win. Chaos completed 5 whips that she's been working on and got them hung. Not just framed, but progress. Just not framed. Oh, you know what? That's okay, because I literally have one that I've completed that I kept for myself. Of course, I've only done one for myself, but it is up and it is framed. So Dixie's win is her elbow. She had her elbow surgery and it went so well. She doesn't have any restrictions and they said she won't need physical therapy. That is awesome, Dixie. I'm so excited for you. So now you can get straight back into the diamond painting. Yeah, Crashly, I do move fast. This is 5+ years worth of crochet. Yeah, remodeling is fun. I thought about redoing my living room. I've been in this apartment for about 4 years now. And, you know, I'm kind of getting tired of looking at the same things. But at the same time, I don't like, everything is farmhouse right now. And that's really not my style. So I've got to find something that I fall in love with before I try to redecorate. But I do have, one of my whips this year is going to be Shepherd's Cottage by DAC. I've had it almost a year. And I'm going to do it and actually get it framed and hung up on the wall in the living room. Mostly because that's the only wall big enough to accommodate it. But it will fit in with the decor in my living room. So I'm looking forward to doing that at some point this year. So Dawn Marie's win is getting out of the hospital so she could DP. Your loss is finding out you have diabetes, but the win is it's type 2, so curable. Awesome. See, you always got to look at the bright side. Well, you don't have to, but it's easier to look at the bright side sometimes than it is the the dark side. So good job, Dawn. We are glad to have you back with us, and we are glad that you can get back to doing the things that you love. Hi, Amanda. How are you doing? Oh, so Drea might be coming to the retreat also. Awesome, awesome. This week, I do have some videos for you. I've got an unboxing from somebody, a certain somebody that I opened it and like I was trying not to squeal because I was just like, yes, this is what I want. So that'll be coming for you later in the week. And then I need to get a video about the retreat up so that more people can, dang it. See, this is the problem with crocheting and talking. I did it wrong again. I know. People are like, this is the lady we're taking instruction from? Really? Sorry, guys. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you look like an idiot. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. So if somebody could let me know. So Drea might be coming to the retreat too. That's awesome. So Crashly learned how to make polymer clay roses. Oh, I bet those are really pretty. Let's see here. You know what, Nicole? Take your time and just make sure that it's right. That's the only thing that I regret sometimes is like I get an idea and I think it's going to look one way and then the results aren't exactly what I pictured in my head. And so then I'm kind of disappointed in it. And I lose some enthusiasm sometimes doing things that way. Oop, hold on. So Mayhem is finishing up the crown molding, but haven't done any of the rest of the rooms, and they got to do the floors. Yeah, don't reduce on that side. I know. So Amanda's win is packing up mom's house in 3 days and driving 20 plus hours to Florida and back all in 6 days. Exhausted is my dark side at the moment. Like that's your front side, back side, and dark side, girl. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, you need a nap. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, so you feel like you're being rushed and it makes it hard because you're picky. Yeah. So it's like, you want things a certain way and that's okay because it's a house that you're going to be living in for who knows how long. If that's your forever home or if it's a starter home, I'm not sure, but either way, you want things to feel the right way. I'm a very big proponent of that. So, okay, so let's talk about, some of you weren't in here, the retreat talk. So basically, really not much has changed. This venue that I found has space for up to 20 people. We have 10 people registered right now. So if you have not actually filled out the registration form and you are planning to attend, I need that absolutely filled out as soon as possible so that I can count you in our numbers. And I did start taking deposits today. So if you are able to pay the $50 deposit, that would be fantastic so that we can secure our space. And I did put the link into the group on Facebook so you can see it. Also on Facebook is a fact sheet that kind of lets you know the things that I know at the moment. And there is also the registration form is on there as well. So do we have any questions this week about the DP-a-thon? Or not, oh my goodness. Woo, brain fart. Okay, let's try that again. Do we have any questions this week about the crochet pattern? Sorry, guys. any questions at all about the crochet, if you would prefer to message me privately, that's all right too. I know I've talked to a couple of people a couple of different times, for different things, but, if you prefer to do it in private, that's okay with me too. Just be aware that I will answer when I am available. The work has been pretty intense. The sales are picking back up, and so I don't have as much time at work to answer messages and things like that as I used to. So, it might take me a little while to get back to you. I do work a full-time job. Unfortunately, listen, if I could not and still live, that would be great. But apparently that's not how it works. They should have told us that at some point. Awesome, Amanda. Yeah, I'll have to add some more stuff to it, but I'm super excited. I'm starting to get really excited about it. And it was, just finding the right place, finding a place we would be comfortable, all of those kinds of things. Making sure that it would work for us. I did have to explain, so I call. And I just wanted to double check that the dates were still available because their calendar was showing yes, but I had a couple that showed yes, it was available, and then no, it was not. So I call and I'm like, hi, my name is Melissa. I have a group that I would like to bring to your venue for a diamond painting retreat. And she's like, what's diamond painting? So I got to explain what diamond painting was. And so it should be a lot of fun for them to see it because apparently they don't know what it is, you guys. So when we get there, we can maybe get some new converts to diamond painting. So the retreat is actually set up, the venue is set up as a quilting retreat. So they're quilters, but this might be something they'll be interested in either way. So be excited. Maybe we'll get some new converts while we're there that weekend. Work schmirk. Yeah, except then it's pay your rent and you don't got no money. So Nicole says she can't crochet. It looks fun though. You're fast. I was watching you trying to see how you were doing it. So Nicole, if you go, if you click into my playlist on my channel, I have a crochet playlist and it's got some videos that I filmed back in the summer. And it's the beginning starting. I talk about crochet hooks and which ones that you might like. I talk about different stitches and teach you how to do them. I talk about the different types of yarn. I break it down for you. So for the new people that are still learning, you can, kind of jump in. And then all of the tutorials for how we're doing this blanket in particular. And this is a beginning pattern. You can do this one as a beginner. You can absolutely jump in with us. So Therese needs more vacation time to come to the retreat too. So yeah, Therese, I'm in the same boat as you are. I got the calendar last week. And the funny thing is I'm the one that approves all the vacations at work. But I got into the calendar last week and I start charting down my days. We get 10 days of vacation. I've used 9 of them already. I'm going to try to save that last one for like a mental health day, maybe. Yeah, so Drea says as long as everything works out, she'll be there. Awesome, awesome. We will have to show them how it's done. If you already did the retreat application, how do I send money? So Don Marie, you can send it. There's a link in the group for PayPal, and you can PayPal me the money. Yeah, new people to join in. So Therese, I started a quilt for my nephew. And I did, in fact, that was the October DP-a-thon. Was it October? No, it was the one in the summer. So it was the July DP-a-thon. And I made the most of the top in the quilt work part of the top over DP-a-thon weekend. while I had access to a sewing machine. And then I've got to add border on because he's just over 6 foot tall. And what I have is basically a baby blanket. So I've got to figure out how to add more border on to make it bigger. And that's kind of where I got stuck. So I'm sure if I put my mind to it, I could figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely do that, Nicole. And if you have any questions, let me know. Hey, Lisa B, you sexy heifer. I did get some rest. I am still pretty tired, though. Yeah, the airfares are kind of expensive right now, so hopefully they'll come down. Teresa says, cough, cough. She might be sick in October. You can get the flu in October, absolutely. Just don't bring it with you. You can feel that sore throat coming on already. Exactly. Oh, I will do that, Teresa. As soon as I get ready, I've got to figure out like how much, like the part that I had an issue with was figuring out how much fabric I needed and how to cut it to break it down for the different parts of the border. And I feel like that's kind of an advanced quilt thing. And I've only ever done like block quilts, you know, sew some squares together and things like that. I did make a t-shirt quilt. It's still together, so I didn't do too badly. It's all wonky and lopsided, but it still works. It's still a blanket. As far as I know, yes, we can, Crashly. Again, I will say if you choose to drink, you're responsible for your own behavior and you break it and you buy it. So keep that in mind. So KS is going to register on Friday. Awesome. Okay, so, yep, I think Therese might be my new crafting buddy, at least as far as quilting goes. I keep drifting. I don't know why I keep drifting over that way, you guys, but I do. Yeah, there's no bail money. No bailing out services. You are on your own if you go to jail. I'll call your husband or whoever you have put down as your emergency contact and let them know where you are. So yeah, and it is a cool area that I found. I don't want to tell you guys because at least until we have it absolutely secured, I don't want to tell you where it's at. Just in case, you know, something happens, we can't get it. So that's the only reason I haven't said the name of it. But yeah, it's down right in the center of Texas. It should be gorgeous that time of year. It should still be warm. So it'll be a lot of fun, I think. Let's see. Lisa B is going to go eat supper. Just stop by to show the love. Thank you so much for coming, Lisa B. I always enjoy visiting with you. What are you having for supper, by the way? What'd you make us? Because I think I'm going to I found a recipe on Pinterest. I'm trying to like be creative with my recipes, make sure that I don't, you know, have the same thing too often and get burnt out on it. And I found a recipe on Pinterest for lasagna tortellini soup. So we're going to try that tonight and see how it comes out. And then if I like it, I may do a recipe video, a savory Sunday for you guys if I like the way it comes out the next time I make it. So basically it's lasagna, but you use tortellini instead of lasagna noodles. Are they called lasagna noodles? Does anybody know? So Amanda's volunteering to be the DD already. Yeah, you got to have one of those in Texas. Do not get pulled over in Texas while you were drunk. I'm just saying. Don't drive drunk anyway. But yes. So basketball practice is over. Time for me to go. Thank you so much for coming, Therese. Tell Teddy that we say hi. And we hope that he had a good practice. And we will talk to you guys soon. Yepper skipper, lasagna noodles. Look, I don't make lasagna. I like buy the Stouffer's and put it in the oven, okay? Don't judge me. Like, we're not Italian. Well, I mean, there's that 1% in my DNA, but it's 1%. So I can make spaghetti, but lasagna is out of my wheelhouse. Let's put it that way. I can make tortellini Alfredo. Make regular chicken Alfredo. I can do that. But yeah. No, we do not play in Texas. Not at all. And I love how they're getting, and I think they're probably doing it everywhere, but they're getting more and more creative with the signs. Holiday weekends, so like Memorial Day weekend, those weekends where a lot of people drink. And they're making the signs pretty funny. So I enjoy seeing those while I'm out and about. I did have to go into downtown Dallas today. Whoo, you guys. Oh my goodness. I don't usually have to do that, but I am real glad I don't do that every day because my goodness, that was, yeah. Yeah. Don't do that. He'll leave you there. When we get together, I'll make you some homemade lasagna. You can't have good Italian last name like Ciolo and not make lasagna. See, you've got friends to do those things for you. I'll make you haggis and you can make me lasagna. How does that sound? You probably don't want haggis. That's okay. Oh, good night, Dawn Marie. I hope you're feeling better soon. Thank you for visiting with us. Nicole, can I ask? I know you're in Texas, but where, do you mind saying where? You can even say like the nearest big city if you want to, or a region if you don't want to say your exact town, which I completely understand. Let's see, what else is Scottish? I'll make you a cottage pie or shepherd's pie or something like that. How about that? Ooh, I'll make you shortbread. I can make shortbread. Shortbread's yummy. Shepherd's pie. All right, you got it. Oh, you're from Denton. Okay. So you're in the Metroplex. You're just not down here. Denton's not too bad there, but it's not like being in downtown Dallas. I hate driving in downtown. If I can take the DART down there, the subway train system, it's not really a subway because they're on top of the ground, but it's our train system to get around here, our mass transit. If I can take DART, if I have to go downtown, I'm taking the DART every single time. But this morning, I couldn't do that because I had to go to work after. Let's see, shepherd's pie. I know what I'm making tomorrow night. So I do it a little bit different. I hate peas, like with all of my being. I hate peas. I never have liked them. It's one of the only green things that I won't eat, so I don't feel bad about it. So instead of doing like veggie or something like that in there, I do a can of corn, can of carrots, and a can of green beans. Those are my preferred things to put in there. I know that's not exactly shepherd's pie, but that's the way I like to do mine. And then generally I do either mashed cauli on top, or I will do instant potatoes because I'm lazy. So yeah, that's how I do mine. Oh, so you take the DART, yeah, when you take the boys to the zoo. That makes sense. The zoo is way in South Dallas too. So that drive for you. Those are your go-to veggies. No peas in this house. I hate peas. It's completely the texture of them. The taste is not that bad, but the texture just, oh, it is so, ugh. I can't. I just can't. Mayhem was trying to make, was it Mayhem was trying to make me eat peas the other night? You just do meat and potato. Who needs all those other vegetables? Well, the vegetables make it go further. So that's one of those things where it just makes it go a little bit further. So one of my favorite things, another recipe that I found on Pinterest that I've been making a lot this winter is for stuffed pepper soup. Oh, you guys, that is so good. And instead of rice, I use cauliflower rice. It's amazeballs. It's so, so good. Oh, wait, hold on. Time out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Huh. Interesting. It's a very jealous vegetable. Potatoes are not vegetables. They're starches. Anywho, so let's see. Where am I at in the pattern? Let's look. We did color A. So we need to do the, let me just move my lamp, you guys. Color A, so then we need to do the teal. The teal, this teal is one of my favorite colors ever. They are very, potatoes are not sensitive at all. I am fairly certain. They're good Irish stock potatoes. You can't hurt their feelings. They're very tough. So Odd says that she lives on the outskirts of Houston and she only goes downtown for jury duty. So I take the bus every time. Exactly. Yeah. So we go into downtown. Coming up, we have the North Texas Irish Festival. And I work one of the booths down there. And normally what I would do before I started actually working in the tent and had to be there so early, instead of trying to park out there, because sometimes you have to walk a mile from your parking spot to get into the venue, I would take the DART because it drops you off right in front of the gates, like maybe 20 yards in front of the gates. But you have to go through downtown. You have to change a line, which is not so bad during the day. At night, however, it can get a little scary down there. I don't like riding DART at night. So those of you that have, a large subway system, you probably completely understand what I'm talking about. And then we have a bar called, nope, I lost it. We have a bar that I go to. It's not quite in downtown, but it's getting really close. And there's a DART station that drops you off and you literally walk upstairs and you can go there. And it's a pub type bar. So we'll do, meet up there every now and then and hang out and have some good Irish food. It's an Irish pub type bar. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to tell you guys. I've got a haul video coming up. I did some shopping a couple weekends ago. So I've got that one in my roster. I'm going to do a video on the project that I was working on for the DP-a-thon. Anybody seen your crochet hook? No, I have not seen your crochet hook. Where did you put it down? You should be using your oven mitt thing that my sister made you for Christmas. So my sister made this. Somebody mentioned it at the beginning. It's an oven mitt. So it's just a standard oven mitt. It's got some silicone on the back, which is actually a really good ort catcher when you're doing cross stitch. I put my thread back here, and so I don't lose it as much. But if you take your snips, tuck those in there, and you can take your needle and tuck it in there, and then I can set it off to the side, and then I always know where my needle and snips are. So Amanda's ends up in the toy box because she has children thieves. She has little mini pirates that steal her stuff. It is Dollar Tree, At Home, and Michael's, I want to say. I think it was Michael's. So I just kind of went out. I didn't really do the after Christmas shopping like I normally do. And so I wanted to go out this year and, or that weekend and get a little bit of after Christmas shopping. Found some really good deals. That will probably come up next week. You sure you have some under the fridge, but you're not moving that? I don't blame you at all. You should get your husband to move it. Well, no, you said he's not allowed in the kitchen. Abra, hey girl, how you doing? Long time no talk. See. I'm trying to think, do you guys have anything that you want to talk about? Anything you've got questions? Any of that kind of stuff? We've only got about 15 minutes left. So, hey Pippa. He didn't burn your house down while you were gone. That is amazing. Did he order out every night? For him and the kids? Y'all, this teal is just, it gives me life. I love this teal color. It's soft too. So one thing I've noticed with different yarns, the darker they are, typically the more scratchy they are. But then you get colors like this teal that is actually really, really soft, even though it's a darker shade. It boggles my mind. You're scared to ask. He only had the 16-year-old. You took the 2 girls. Okay. I see how. Yeah, so maybe the 16-year-old, of course, probably eats as much as the other 3 people in the house. Hey, Mickey, how are you? Peeking in on us. So I'm just continuing working on my second row. We're giving everybody a week to catch up to get to the end of the second row. And then on Monday, I will have the video up to start the third row. So really, when you get to the third row, you work the third row the same direction that you worked the first row. So those of you that are experienced crocheters, if you're already there, you don't have to wait on us. You can keep going. And then the odd rows are all worked one direction and the even rows are all worked the next direction. And so you can just follow the pattern. I know a lot of people have made some alterations. People have added extra colors in, or, like Mayhem, they're doing 2 colors instead of 5. It's all completely up to you. This is a completely personalized project. If you have questions about how you can do that, if you have an idea, you want to make sure it's going to work, I will absolutely help you with those kinds of questions. If you just contact me, or the next Wednesday, crochet along, we will work on it together. We're a pretty creative group. We come up with some good ideas every now and then. Sometimes we come up with really bad ideas, but have fun doing them anyway. The 16-year-old can cook and doesn't ruin ovens or stoves. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah. So Abra is chilling and drilling and stitching and crocheting and beating and lots of other stuff like that. Abra doesn't know what day she's doing what, does she? Yeah, absolutely, Pippa. Like I said, we're taking a little break from tutorials this week to just let everybody kind of get caught up because I didn't have time to stitch last week or to crochet last week. So I figured we'd get everybody caught up. Some people I know started in this last week as well, so we'll give them a chance to kind of get caught back up with everybody. The only thing you're not doing is shopping because the stash is under attack. How many have you gotten done, Abra? So Abra is doing the Slash the Stash 2020. I can't remember what the other one that they're calling it is. If somebody wants to help me out. Oh, okay. No problem, Drea. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I was a bit busy doing DP-a-thon. A little bit, just a tiny bit. But again, you know, a very successful event. I won't complain about the work that it takes because I do it because I love doing it. So Abra rotates projects every 45 minutes to keep things fresh, and it also keeps her tabletop messy. Yeah, I would imagine. So I had started doing kind of rotating a little bit, but now I've kind of gone to, I pick up whatever I feel like doing. So here lately, I've needed to just kind of disconnect a little bit. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is happening. Just, you know, some nights I'm too tired to focus on a cross stitch or a crochet or anything like that. And I kind of want to just veg out. And so I might read a book, or I did start Virgin River on Netflix. I got about 3 episodes into that series. Several of my friends had recommended it and said they thought that I might like it. And so I did start it. And I actually really have been enjoying it so far. So that might be a recommendation. I don't know if they have it on all the Netflixes in the different places, but it's definitely on Netflix for the US. So it's a series called Virgin River, and it's about a nurse practitioner that goes to this little bitty town in like Oregon or Northern California or Washington or somewhere with lots of trees that rains a lot. So yeah, you might check that out. I've been enjoying it. So Amanda started her letters to Hogwarts and made it 20 stitches and called it a night. Well, Amanda, you're doing better than I am because I've got my bobbins wound and my fabric is still in its packaging, and I have not actually, what is the word, gridded it yet. I need to grid it. So maybe this weekend I can actually get to the gridding part, and then I can actually start. And I don't think I'm going to grid the whole thing. I think I'm going to grid like the top part to start and then kind of grid as I go. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Yeah, so Odd But Nice is one of those. She's working on 2 different 3-colored blankets. I'm working on 2 blankets. One has 5, one has 3. Yeah, joining as you go is more to get used to. It is a different kind of feel. Somebody was saying this just feels really weird. An experienced crocheter, and I was like, it does feel really weird until you get the hang of it, and then you just kind of can go with it and you're good to go. Mayhem found her crochet hook. It was canoodling with her diamond painting pen. Oh my. We won't ask what they were doing when you found them. So Amanda watches Virgin River. She says it's awesome. How far are you into it, Amanda? I only did the middle and started. I need to make a grime guard tomorrow, though. So that's another video that I have for you guys. I actually ordered a grime guard because I'm using a 17 by 17 frame for mine, a 17 by 17 Q-snap. And I was having a terrible time finding a grime guard that was Harry Potter themed that wasn't the same one that everybody else had because, you know, I'm picky like that. And I ended up finding one. So I did do an unboxing of that as well. And it was back when I didn't have a voice. So you guys are going to have to listen to me like croak at you about this grime guard. I was super excited. Really good quality. So I've got all the supplies. I just have to start it. So Pippa is finding joining as you go okay. It's remembering the flip that had me stuck. Yeah, the flip will get you. You have to remember where to flip and when to flip and all of that kind of stuff, because it's not as natural as straight line crocheting is. And especially with something like this where we're decreasing on one side but still increasing on another, that's a little bit of an intermediate skill. But I figured that you guys could handle it, and you have. So I didn't have anything to be worried about. So Amanda is fully caught up on it, just waiting for more to come out. Awesome. So yeah, I've got several series on Netflix that, like, I started The Crown. I haven't finished it yet. I started Anne with an E. I haven't finished it yet. The new seasons is what I mean by that. And then I started Virgin River. I haven't finished it yet. Is anybody seeing a pattern? So yeah, so I might do some TV watching. I've got to do laundry. Like, it's so bad, you guys. I've been doing just enough to get me through a week, and then like a load of towels and a load of sheets, and that's it. So it is definitely time to wash all the things, pull down curtains, do some spring cleaning and washing. It is time to do all of that because my March is completely booked. Every weekend in March, I have an event of some sort. And then first weekend in April, I have something. 2 weekends in February, I'm already booked. So yeah, the calendar is filling up rather frighteningly quickly. So just be prepared. We've got about 5 more minutes. Just so you guys know, I think Diamond Art Addiction should be going on after me if she's going on tonight. Does anybody know? I saw something about a tripod that she needed, but I didn't know if that would affect her live streaming or not. 2, 3. Okay. So we're going to stop there. That's what I've gotten done tonight, considering I had to pull this out 3 times, I think. We're doing all right. So this is what it's starting to look like. This is very white on my screen. It looks, on the computer, it looks gray. And on the phone, it looks purple. So this is lavender. It's actually darker than what it looks like on the phone, too. Odd But Nice is about to start the Dragon Prince with your dad. You binge it as well. Awesome. I don't think she is and didn't see a schedule. Okay. How do you get your corners and edges so square? It honestly, Pippa, it is just practice. So with the square, and it could be to the yarn that you're using. So one of the things that I've noticed doing this particular pattern, this corner to corner pattern, is the stiffer that your yarn is, the easier that it works up into a pattern. So let me show you the difference here. So this black is very, very stiff. And you can see that. You can see how much better it's holding up the structure and how much more even the edges are. You know, it's a very straight edge because it's a very stiff yarn compared to this teal, which has a little bit more of a jagged edge to it. And you can see more like the holes in the patterns here because it's a very soft yarn and it's very flimsy almost. So that could be part of the problem that you're having, is if your yarn is very soft, like if you used baby yarn or something, you could be having the issue of it's just not holding the structure of the blanket very well. The top of mine. What do you mean the top of mine? The other end, Odd But Nice? US style 200-gram balls. Okay. Yeah, is it very soft? Like, is it very nice and soft? Or is it, because mine is Red Heart brand is what I'm using. I'm using Red Heart Acrylic Super Saver. Yeah, so it should be. I don't know. If it's not that, then it could just be practice. So this is the rest of the blanket here, of the one piece that I have finished. The gray is scratchy, but the rest are soft enough. So yeah, it could be that it's soft. So like with the purple here, and then with the black is much stiffer than the purple than the colors are. And then the navy blue is very stiff like the black is. So you can kind of see it holds the structure really well. But yeah, it's just it's a practice thing. You have to realize I've done probably, quick count off the top of my head, I've made about 15 blankets in this pattern. So it's one of those things where I'm just so used to doing this pattern most of the time, unless I'm talking to you guys apparently, that I don't normally have to think about it too much. But yeah, so we're getting there. The next time I come see you guys, I will be finished with the second row, and we will start at third row. Third row is going to be really easy because it's basically like doing the first row the way we did it. And then the next row will be this one, and then back and forth. So you have the tools right now to do the blanket, to make the blanket. But I will do one more tutorial just so that if anybody has a question or they're not sure, that they can get a good tutorial. Is this what you mean, Odd? Excuse me. Okay, so you're seeing what you need to see. So mine, with the pattern that I set with the 5 colors, you start with your neutral color A, and then you end with your neutral on that strip, and you start color A on the next strip. If that's the question, if that's what the question is about. It may not be. Either way, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Please hit that like button on your way out to let me know that you liked this video. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing so that you can see more content that I have for you. If you would like to join the crochet along, those links have been added. They are also in the description box below. Please feel free to jump in. It is absolutely not too late for you to jump in. If you have any questions or anything like that about the crochet along, please feel free to message me on here, on my Instagram at The Crafty Heifer, or on Facebook at Marissa McCartney in Messenger. I'll be happy to sit with you, answer any questions or any problems that you may have. Please consider joining us for our retreat. We will be doing that in Texas the weekend of October 15th through the 18th. More information will be coming as soon as we can get it. And if you guys have any questions, any concerns, any suggestions, please let me know. I'm going to try to get back into diamond painting. I've kind of been burned out a little bit, but we're going to get back into it. So that should be another video that will be coming up for you. So Mickey says, sorry you were late. No problem. No problem. You come in when you can. Everybody's got a life to live. I completely understand that. Hi, Rajul. I don't think I saw you come in. If you didn't say hi, it's nice to have you. So yeah, Odd's going to drop those links, and Creative is going to drop those links for me. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. Again, thank you all for coming. You know where to find me. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, please make them nice. And I guess until I see you guys next time, remember to craft like someone left the barn door open. Night, guys.